Hey Taurus, how are you? Welcome. I made it. So I had a little tech gremlin issue yesterday. Not sure what the heck it was about. I did post about it in the community, on the community tab, and many of you came forward with wonderful suggestions, recommendations, and advice for how to solve the problem, and it did get resolved. So thank you so much. Unfortunately, your reading was delayed by a day, could not be avoided. I will also mention that, and I'm really going to just chalk it up to post-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, and just call it, a day. But that's exactly the reason why I did not launch the membership platform as I had originally planned around the 1st, because I've been having a brutal Mercury retrograde on all levels, and so I thought, well, I'm going to wait till the middle of the month. So that will be coming. Keep your eyes open. I will make a formal announcement, but here's what you can expect. There will be 2 levels. One is all the morning musings that were popular for some of you, but didn't really get any attention on YouTube, and we're bringing the channel down. Just going to shift those over to the membership. You will also get, those will also be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of you ask questions about why I only say Sun and Rising. It's really a personal, what I set my intentions around. But the morning musings, I have reset my intentions for it to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and there's still a lot of alignment, so that's what you can expect there. You will also get the solar return extendeds. The solar return spreads are the birthday spreads. I have to catch up on August and then do Pisces, so those extended parts of the readings will be available in the membership, as will the extendeds for the new moon and full moon readings that you all love so much. The readings will still be in the main YouTube here, available at no cost to anybody. But those extendeds, those 3 extendeds I'm mentioning, that's a $33 value right there. The second level will be everything I just mentioned, plus a masterclass, a minimum of 1 masterclass per month. Masterclasses run 1 to 1.5 hours. The value there at the low end of masterclasses for the way I teach is usually around $99. So it's a steal. If you are interested in learning from me, and many of you do say you'd like to learn from me, it will be all topics, tarot related, twin flame soulmate related, new moon, full moon, north node, south node, all that good stuff. So look forward to that. All right, Taurus, let's jump into it. So I'm going to pull 2 cards. As I said, this is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, and Rising. I'm pulling 2 cards, one for masculine, one for feminine. As always, feel to reverse the characters. So if I come through this whole reading, masculine, 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 you say that's me, but I'm the feminine, that's fine. Just flip the labels around. Then this would be your divine counterpart. See how it works? But I'm going to go on with my setup here. Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle, card number 50. So the divine masculine is getting the card overcome any obstacle. So overcoming any obstacle, that can be the strength card. That can also be the 9 of Wands. And when you think about the rhinoceros spirit, right, they just kind of push through. That's why they have those horns out front. They don't give up easily. And feminine gets card 2, antelope spirit, life is speeding up. Life is speeding up. I'm feeling that a little bit too. We are in Pisces season, which kind of feels calm and fluid for most of us, but I am feeling some energy speeding up as we shift out of this. Mercury is what gets to me. When it goes retrograde, I feel like, I can't even. So even in the post-shadow, we won't be through it till the 13th of March, and I just feel like at that point, you just start feeling like you're being propelled forward. So feminine, life is speeding up. 1 card for the Taurians watching, my beautiful, lovely Taurians watching. Adventure, wonderful new experiences fill my life. This is coming from soul coaching. So I like that we get life is speeding up and adventure. That kind of feels very similar to me, right? When things get excited, doesn't your heart race and your adrenaline gets going and everything feels like it's moving faster? but also for the masculine, overcome any obstacle, right? If there's an adventure waiting for you and new experiences are going to fill your life, you have to be prepared to, like, you know how you you run an obstacle course and overcome the hurdles, the obstacles. There you go. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's see what's going on in your connection. Whoo, dear Taurus, Sun and rising. Whole point of that is the sun is our core personality. The rising is the face we show to the world that represents us as a person. Your moon sign, your Venus sign, moon, it represents how we approach emotional situations. The Venus is how we approach love. You can find those energies coming through in the clarifiers. That's why I do it that way. But if it speaks to you for your moon or your Venus, that's fine. Just don't take it as a one-off. Double check your sun and rising to find some measure of alignment. Ooh, this deck is so pretty, but it's hard to read, so I might stare at the cards a little bit and try to figure out what the heck I'm looking at. But I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is all very fascinating to me. I'm going to get to it in a minute, but I'm also going for a haircut today, so pardon the mop. Masculine steps into the reading as a hanged man. So there's a delay here. Now this delay is often self-imposed. We often kind of, in the energy of the hanged man, which is Pisces, we pull back, we take the 30,000 foot view. We're looking from the situation from various perspectives, from all points of view, and also waiting for some measure of enlightenment. It's not in this deck, but in most decks. In most decks, there's a halo or an orb around the hanged man's head, which represents that connection to the divine and waiting for enlightenment. So I like this because it's delaying your instant gratification. So that's really nice. Their present experience in the connection is the Eight of Wands. Look at this gorgeous card. There's butterflies on the wands, which is suggesting there's some forward motion that's passionate and could be all about communication, could be travel, but I'm feeling more communication. So when you have these two together, it suggests that the masculine is almost kind of hanging there, waiting, delaying instant gratification, waiting for the right opportunity to communicate. In the past, we have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the Eight of Pentacles. That does not look like the Eight of Pentacles. It said the 8 right there on the bottom, but I didn't trust it. Ooh, who has trust issues? Yes, Eight of Pentacles is all about focused attention on creative solutions to a problem. It's otherwise known as the Apprentice card, so it usually suggests you're learning something new and then applying it in a very focused manner. So Eight of Pentacles in the past next to an Eight of Wands. I love the 8s because 9 is about completion, right? So 8, we're fine-tuning. We're kind of, right, we're looking at things very closely in a very specific manner to kind of iron out all the kinks before we move into that phase of the 9 of completion, and then 10, it's done, and we go back to the ace. Little numerology there. In the future for this masculine, 3 of Wands. Ships coming in, something being manifested. Feminine showing up with the energy of the King of Wands. So this is either the feminine stepping into their power and kind of coming from the mind, strategy with passion all together. All the kings have extra swords, all the queens have extra cups. So you can still be a woman and be a masculine. You could be a woman and be a feminine and still show up in the energy of the King of Wands. I'm hoping that makes sense to you, but it's a little bit of a different dynamic than the queen. This could also be the feminine coming into the reading in the energy around a King of Wands. And that would be somebody that really lights them up, that they're highly attracted to, someone that it's like they have a larger than life personality. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. In the past here, we've got the 3 of Cups, right? So I'm going to have to clarify that a little bit. I'm concerned because the present experience of the connection involves the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is that kind of, it's either sabotage or gaslighting. It's like kind of winning at all costs. It's an unfair fight. So I feel that there may be something here where there may be another person involved. Three of Cups doesn't have to be a third person. It can be distance. It can be obligations, family obligations, parenting obligations, right? It can be anything, interfering members of your family or your friend circles getting in the way and causing sabotage here. It could be that, or it just could be what it is. But then in the future, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is kind of that, right? We've made it through, and this is that card of life partnership and abundance and stability and grounded energy. So I feel like we're getting through some problem here for this feminine, all around the energy of a King of Wands. So either in your own power, feminine, as that king, or around someone who represents the King of Wands to you. Yes, definitely waiting on pins and needles. Two of Pentacles on that Hanged Man. Two of Swords. Can't make this up, guys. So this masculine is definitely in a phase of decision making and sort of biding time and waiting for the illumination and the enlightenment of when they can move forward. The Two of Swords is an inner search for the truth of this decision that has to be made, the meaning behind it, the purpose behind it, as well as how to best proceed. So this is one very cautious masculine. Underneath is the Five of Cups. So that's showing me that this masculine has some regret. What's that figure staring at? Three Cups. Knocked over. Not looking at or aware of maybe even the Two of Cups right behind him. So I have a feeling there's some regrets of the past here motivating this masculine. They want to come forward and communicate, but the timing has to be right. They're working it out in real time as well as mentally, at the realm of thought, I should say. I don't want it to pop out. so, yep. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Queen of Wands. So I'm feeling if the masculine was trying to come up with a creative solution to a problem, and it's the problem is the Queen of Wands. So this Queen of Wands can either represent, we now have a King and Queen of Wands here in the picture. But I'm feeling as if this Queen of Wands could be the third party. Could be a third party. If there is no third party that you are aware of, I am not giving you new information. This portion of the reading may not correspond to your experience. Wow. Really wanting to communicate either to or about this Queen of Wands. The plot thickens. Oh, yeah, things have been out of balance. The communication would be about creating a situation that's more fair and balanced, more reciprocity involved in the connection, but it's also about generosity. You know, generosity of spirit, generosity with your time, with your energy, with your resources. And I'm taking the Tower because I have a feeling that this masculine felt compelled to communicate either with or about a Queen of Wands, lest the whole ball of wax, right, the whole house of cards come tumbling down. That's what I think. I'm not saying there is a Tower moment. There may have been, but I feel as if they were feeling like a sense of impending doom. Right now, this Eight of Wands. Can't even make this up with the Eight of Pentacles again. So you see we have Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Definitely wanting to communicate about creative solutions to a problem. Not giving up. There's that overcoming any obstacle card. That's what I was talking about. So I have a feeling this masculine's not giving up on the situation. That's their present experience of this connection, is we have to talk about it. We have to work through it. I'm trying to come up with creative solutions to this problem. I haven't given up, though I am running on empty. Wow. Wheel of Fortune with that. Well, that's divine timing. And here's the Lovers. In divine time, the choice will be made. The union may occur in divine time with the twin, which is over here. So I'm feeling, I really feel connected. Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers and the Hanged Man, all, major arcana, very important. That's what you should pay most attention to. And I feel the energy is very similar for how they're stepping into the reading versus what's underneath right now. So when I pull from under the deck, for those who are new, by the way, welcome, it's usually what's going on in the psyche of the person, what's bubbling up under the surface, or what's going on behind the scenes. And I think even though they're really wanting to communicate, they're kind of resisting the temptation with that Hanged Man energy, but almost about to give up. And underneath, at some level, they have, it's not in conscious awareness, but in some level in their subconscious, they are aware that there is a very powerful connection here that is being guided by spirit at 5D. And that in divine time, the choice will be made and the union will occur. Because that's what they're manifesting. 3 of Wands. Wow. So in the future, 3 of Wands, ships coming in. And patiently waiting. This is fantastic. This 7 of Pentacles is about knowing that the seeds have been planted, right? My ships will come in. I just know they will, because that's the intention I have set. I have planted those seeds, and in time. So we have 2 types of time here. We have divine time, and we have the time natural order, right? Divine order, natural order. And I'm feeling like that's really important here to let you know, especially if you're here as a feminine, that this masculine is very confident that they have set the proper intention, and what they are trying to manifest will come in natural order and in divine time. Wow, I love that. 7 of Cups suggests to some degree there is emotional overwhelm and confusion to be expected in this process, right? Because we have the 2 7s now. So I'm feeling as if, even though they know I've set the intention, I've planted the seeds, there's like this, but is it going to come into being? They know. They got to be patient, but this suggests some emotional overwhelm and maybe confusion about the whole process. That's very natural. Yeah, they're worried here. 3 of Cups comes out underneath. That may be what the 7 of Cups is really about. The 7 of Cups may be that there's a lot to process on an emotional level around that 3 of Cups energy. That came out over here. So let's go over to this King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here? Oh, feminine wants to move forward. I'm suggesting it's with a King of Wands. Moving to calmer waters. Wanting that balance, peace of mind, balance. Getting beyond the turbulence and the drama of it all. Right? Because we have this 5 of Swords is very dramatic, I will say that. Queen of Cups. That suggests compassion here, sensitivity, a lot of love. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So the Knight of Cups and the World, endings and new beginnings. So let me put this here and explain what I'm seeing. So the feminine is showing up in the energy around a King of Wands, but what they're really after is the feminine and masculine moving forward together. Moving forward to calmer waters, getting beyond all the drama, the tumult, the overwhelm, the turbulence. And the feminine is coming from high vibration love. Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. That could be your moon. That could be your Venus. Get where I'm going. But the Queen of Cups is really just an energy of very sensitive, compassionate, always coming from the best of intentions. Okay, high vibration. In her lower vibration, she can be kind of needy and clingy, right? But still not a big deal. I'm feeling as if it's coming through very much around some measure of love and compassion. I'm saying that because underneath was the Knight of Cups and the World. Endings and new beginnings and a whole new opportunity at love. If it is offered, this feminine will receive it. So kind of almost as if the mind is 100% focused on that return of love from the Knight of Cups and a total reset. So we close out one chapter, boom, and we start brand new. Endings and new beginnings. Aquarius and Capricorn in this card. And it is more Capricorn because this is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet that teaches us lessons. Love that. Okay, in the past, this Three of Cups. What say you, Three of Cups? In the past, feminine kind of spied it out. I feel this feminine became aware. The Page of Swords on top of the Three of Cups in the past may have seen something on social media or gotten a text or somehow found out some information. The Page of Swords can be the spy of the tarot, the detective of the tarot. So either looked for that information or stumbled across some information around third party. Offloading a lot of negative karma here with the Ten of Wands. I feel this feminine was like, yeah, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck and I'm out. Like once that reality hit, the feminine just kind of released. Like I can't compete with that is what I'm feeling in the Ten of Wands. I can't compete with that. And what I mean by that is if somebody's going to go around and do what they want to do behind your back, let's just say, for an example, if you don't play that way, then you can't even compete with that. It's not like they're, I mean, we've all had it happen. Somebody steps out, somebody does something, you get caught or you catch them or whatever happens, and the feeling is just one of resignation. Like, all right, well, like, what can I do? Can't take it back, can't make it go away, right? So sometimes it's just that energy of, yeah, I can't compete with that. If that's what you want, I'm not your person. Oh, wow, look at underneath was the Sun, though. So the Sun suggests here that what this feminine wanted really was to be able to feel safe and protected in their vulnerability. And the easiest way to get that is to offload the negative karma of all of this. So I feel that the Ten of Wands was the resignation, that like, I'm resigned to the whole situation. I'm letting it go. I'm giving it over so I can find my happiness. And what we've got here, look at this card. I mean, that's one nasty dragon. And this guy's got their swords all over the darn place. But if we're talking between one single person and a dragon, that's an unfair fight. Okay, so that's the energy behind the Five of Swords. It's one of my least favorite cards in the deck. There's almost no good way to interpret it. Yeah. Oof. Right, so the feminine just walked away. I feel like decided this is an unfair fight. I'm just going to stay single, do my own thing. Nine of Pentacles, a little Virgo energy there, FYI. So nice grounded energy, but definitely independent and autonomous, not connected, not in a relationship. She is the single woman of the tarot, which means this is someone who can attract to them. Look at all those beautiful pentacles. Look at her silver garb. Look at all the foliage and the beautiful plumed bird on her arm. She can attract anything to her she wants, except a stable love life. Oof. Wow. Really seeking the justice here, right? Like, I need some fairness and balance here. The Justice card can suggest that there may be a legal matter in the mix. That Five of Swords may be that there's some kind of sabotage coming that needs to be rectified in a formalized way. Could be that this feminine is maintaining their independence right now as they wait for some formalized ending of some situation that will restore a sense of fairness and balance. What would that look like? What that would look like is possibly if this feminine is dealing with a masculine who's involved with a third party, which is what I'm really feeling coming through the most strongly. Doesn't have to be, but that's what, you know, if I was doing a private reading right now, I'd be like, yeah. No bueno. So what that would look like is this person would be formalizing an ending. So if they're not married, but they're trying to get out of another connection, they would formalize that ending. If they are married, they would file for divorce, do you see, or separation. So that's what I mean by it could be a legal process for either the feminine or the masculine. But it doesn't have to be. I feel like there's been something very out of balance here. We've got this Five of Swords. Fives are unstable energy. And I'm just feeling as if there was this desire to communicate on the part of the masculine about something more balanced and fair. But, you know, we're only almost doing it out of duress, wanting to communicate about this Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel the Queen of Wands is the third party. I just committed to that. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. It's not always clear, guys. It's not always clear. And I like to leave wiggle room since it's a general reading for the collective. I've got to give you room. Oh, yeah. Really worried about their future in the future. Nine of Swords on this Ten of Pentacles suggests that this feminine will end up kind of, you know, biting their nails over this. I feel as if the feminine has withdrawn from the connection to some degree, offloaded the negative karma, because they felt the risk to their happiness. And now what they're dealing with, although their heart is open and they want to move forward to something more stable and balanced, like with the Six of Swords, and they would welcome this return of the Knight of Cups and a whole new beginning of the world, they're dealing with an unfair situation where the deck is stacked against them. So they can't really do anything but kind of stay on their own, Nine of Pentacles, and wait for balance to be restored. And what's going to happen in the future? They're going to feel very uncertain and unstable about their future, whether it's life partnership with this masculine or just everything they've worked so hard to build in their own life, right? Everything's kind of like there's worry and there's stress and anxiety in that Nine of Swords. It's almost like your mind can't get off of it. It just kind of runs on a loop and overdrive, and all around this Ten of Pentacles, which is a life partnership card of stability. And, you know, you have the family and the extended family and you build a life. That's a Ten of Pentacles. I think the feminine's going to feel some worry. Wow. But okay. Magician. What are we manifesting? The Divine Masculine. Okay, so the feminine looks like might go into a little bit of manic obsession over this masculine and trying to manifest that life partnership scenario. If that is speaking to you, my dears, I'm going to the extended. I'll use the same main deck, and now I'm going to take all this energy and boil it down to a 3-card spread. What do we need you to focus on? What are the blocks and challenges to love? And what can you do about it or expect to come of it? Messages to and from each other at 5D. What are you trying to communicate to each other directly? A card for you, Taurus, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. We will give your spiritual team an opportunity to weigh in. And then what can you expect going forward? If timing's a factor, it would come out there. But if it doesn't, don't panic, because I already see the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in the reading. And that usually gives me a sign that things are kind of already underway and in progress. And it's going to happen when it's going to happen. The link to the extended is in the description box below this video. I will see you there in a second or in a future reading. Thanks for joining me, Taurus. Take care. Bye-bye.